There's no Gordon Hunter or Stephen Tweed in that Hibs lineup. They're injured. So Tommy McIntyre and Graham Love are named again at centre-back. And Kevin McAllister is left on the bench, with Billy Finlay continuing in the number 7 jersey. The only Hibs player to score against Hearts in the last 2 seasons is Keith Wright, with 1 in each of the last 2 Edinburgh derbies. His total this term is 18, 2 more, and he'll beat his record for a season. Hearts maintain consistency of selection and formation. That's not surprising after only 1 defeat in the last 7 matches. So Craig Levein will sweep behind the markers, Neil Berry and Alan McLaren, and they'll operate with a front 3 of John Cahoon, Maurice Johnston, and the man who has been the hammer of Hibs over so many years, John Robertson. He's had a lean scoring season against Hibs this term, only 1 in 4 matches. His total for the season is only 11, but it still makes him Hearts' top scorer. The referee this afternoon is Mr. Donald McVicker from Carluke, who is in his final season as Grade 1 referee and has only 2 more matches in charge before retiring on the age rule. He'll be 4th official, though, at the 10th Scottish Cup final. So Hearts start the match down the famous Easter Road slope, in a match which I'm sure they'll have mixed feelings about in their plight in the relegation region of the league. They've had such a wonderful record, 21 matches undefeated against Hibs. That's the kind of record which has got to end sometime. And the last day in which Hearts would want that would be this afternoon, with league points at such a premium. For Hibs too, all the incentive they require to get back on the rails after 2 disappointing performances. Here's Michael O'Neill. Well, given space there to advance on the Hearts defence. Henry Smith wasn't happy about that. O'Neill looking very sprightly indeed there, coming in from the left flank. You can see the gap opening up there for the shooting chance. Cahoon with Frail. With such a good impact, is arriving from Dundee. That's quick play there by Robertson to keep the pressure on Hibs. Frail's cross. And a very near thing there as Craig Levein challenged in the air. Thumped away by Finlay. Helped on by Wright for Jackson. He's one-on-one with McLaren. Good play by Jackson. Here's Wright. And a dreadful first touch there by Keith Wright, after some very sprightly play and attack by Darren Jackson. Well, Jackson may be reflecting that he should have gone out alone, but it really was fine play on the break. And Keith Wright's header released Darren Jackson, who beat McLaren well to find Wright. What a bad, clumsy first touch. Paddy Miller there with Andy Watson, his coach. There's Tommy McIntyre. O'Neill drifting inside more and more to become involved in the play. Very tough challenge there by Farrell. He was high. He's going to be in trouble with the referee. Well, David Farrell, certainly a midfield player who's in the ball-winning category. That was high over the ball and reckless, and he really does not have any complaint at all. Mackay looking for Levein. Did well against McIntyre there. Not going to touch the ball at all. Well, he was very strong here against McIntyre, holding him off to glance that inside. Pushing by McLaren and Jackson. So Mitchell with the free kick. Keith Wright coming to glance that on. He does that so well. Farrell get up extremely well to that. Here's Finlay. Farrell again. Caught in 2 minds, I think. Keith Wright going in behind Levein. He's taking on McLaren to the byline. It's very fine play. And Frail with a clearance. Good attacking play again from Hibs. Well, it's the second best opening of the match so far, I reckon. Keith Wright doing so well here, riding that challenge to McLaren, getting to the byline, pulling it back for Jackson, but Frail was in the way. Johnston to McKinley. That's good work by Hibs at the back. Here's Billy Finlay, and now Hamilton. Stopped by Mackay. Well, a clear foul there by Brian Hamilton on McKinley. Born out of frustration again, I think. Hamilton losing possession when he hoped to be building an attack. Clear foul. Berry looking for Johnston, who made that run to the left. Well, that's good play. Trying to delegate one inside for McKinley. Here's Keith Wright. Good play by McIntyre. Finlay to Hamilton. Now O'Neill. That's one for Keith Wright. He's very quick. So too is Levine though. Well, Hearts defence closed in very effectively there. Berry was with Keith Wright and ran with him all the way here, but the part played by Levine was crucial. McKinley back with Berry. This is Mackay. Robertson going in fiercely there on Keith Wright. Referee McVicker right on the spot to see that high tackle. He's clearly formed the view that Robertson went over the ball there on Keith Wright. And you can see the message conveyed by the referee. Let's see this again. It's just out of reach for Robertson. And he's over the ball all right. That's a very reasonable decision by the referee. Well, the yellow card, and Robertson has no complaint at all there. Keith Wright certainly would have felt that. Well, Wright grateful for shin pads, I'm no doubt. Again, the Hearts defence grouping effectively. Failed to McLaren. This is Cahoon. Farrell winning that with the boots flying. Here's Keith Wright. Can he get a touch? And Henry Smith did very well, and he's just standing up there to block that shot from Wright. Wright, I think, was trying to take the ball beyond him. The goalkeeper's in some trouble with an injured shoulder. Turned away by McKinley. The referee will now allow treatment, I think, for Henry Smith if he needs it. No, he's saying he's all right. It was very good goalkeeping indeed, that. The worst possible situation for a keeper, advancing on Keith Wright, knowing, I think, that Wright was going to get to the ball first. Now you look at this, Wright gets a nick on, and Smith just stayed big and did the job for Hearts. Here's Tosh McKinley. Craig Levine has gone down at the edge of the area. McKinley knew that, he'd play the ball out. Well, Levine is playing everyone onside at the moment. Wright gets it back. Good effort by Wright. Well, a little bit of slackness in defence by Hearts, almost cashed in on by Keith Wright, who's looking dangerous and lively up front. Lost it initially, then Gary Mackay tried to set it up for McKinley, but Wright nipped in. McIntyre conceding a corner kick and apologising to his teammates. Well, it's giving Hearts, if there's enough time, a late opportunity to snatch a lead. So the Hibs players all packing into that penalty box. The last thing they want to do is concede one at this stage, having had so much of the play. Put in by Mackay. There's John Miller. The Hibs defence clearing the box very swiftly. The referee has now checked his watch and checked with the linesman. I think he'll bring the first half to a close now, as he does. So no goals again in the Edinburgh derby, but Hibs will be the team, I think, more disappointed in the light of the openings they've created. The best chance falling without question to Keith Wright early in the match when he was set up by Darren Jackson and failed to control the ball well. So it's Henry Smith who's been much the busier goalkeeper, and Hibs still unable to make the breakthrough. It's Hibs 0, Hearts 0. So the sun shines down again, and Hibs' efforts to break this Edinburgh hoodoo, playing downhill in the second half. They've had a very bad April though, Hibs, and that little nudge on from Wright almost troubled Henry Smith. But they've had no victories in the month of April. 2 defeats and 2 draws. Only 1 goal scored, that by Keith Wright in midweek against Wraith Rovers. This ball might have been more troublesome for the goalkeeper Henry Smith. Keith Wright had the chance to put more on that. Put in by Love. Here's David Farrell. Now Willie Miller. Looking for Jackson, and very good marking by McLaren. Turned over in the end of the corner by Henry Smith. The hold up though is because John Robinson's injured, but this is a very good piece of defending play by Alan McLaren with Darren Jackson all the way, and Henry Smith took no chances with that. So Hibs have a corner. Here's Billy Finlay. It's going its way to Love. And once again, the player clearing inside the 6-shot box is McLaren. The international defender having a fine match. Neil with the corner kick. Well, McIntyre getting no real power into that header. That's Mitchell, helped on by Love. Breaking the ball, landing kindly for Jackson, still in play. Well, that appeared to strike the shoulder of Alan McLaren. The referee says no infringement. And a corner kick's been given. And there's the offer from Ryan Hamilton for the short corner. Keith Wright's header! Well, he found space in that packed penalty area in a manner which I'm sure would concern Sandy Clark, the Hearts manager. There was Keith Wright, no challenge at all. There's Darren Jackson looking for Keith Wright, well read by Levine, but still Hibs stay on the attack. Back with Willie Miller. Farrell to Love. Hamilton, now Findlay. Jackson's layoff, taken from the rear by Levine. And it'll be a booking for Craig Levine. Straight into the back of Jackson there. And the free kick to Hibs could be troublesome to the Hearts defence. Well, Donald McVicker, who's had a very fine match this afternoon in my view, having some stern words with Levine for that tackle. So the third booking of the match, each one for bad tackles. The Hibs free kick. This could be from the training ground, I think. Indeed it was. Lofted over there by O'Neill for Jackson. Well, perhaps the wrong player to use, Jackson, in that situation. He's just recovering from that injury that he is spinning off the wall. A push by Willie Miller. Here's Mackay. Now McKinley. Robertson's layoff, looking for Cahoon. Good play by McKinley. Robertson's onside. Well, that's good play by Robertson, and a very fine block by Jim Leighton. His first serious save of the match. John Miller. McKinley. McIntyre's clearing header goes straight back to McKinley. And Johnston unable to make solid contact with that flying header. Well, in bygone times, this might have been a bigger threat from Johnston. Here's Cahun. Mackay towards Frail. This is good play from Hearts. Disappointing cross in the end. Graham Love making life very difficult for Frail. McKinley making for the byline. Strong forcing play. And a free kick is given outside the area by referee McVicker. Well, I think that's where the offence first began. But here was McKinley now with Finlay. There's a foul, there's another foul, and that's the one which resulted in the decision. The referee's absolutely right. A close call though for Billy Finlay, but here's John Robertson. Too much on the free kick. Levine making a run at the far post. Well, I reckon the referee's handled a difficult match extremely well, getting all the key decisions right. Miller lashing the ball downfield. Henry Smith looking very calm. Was he tripped by right? No, says the referee. There's Jackson queuing up in the middle. Michael O'Neill's header. Well, some hectic activity there. It was the wind which proved to be troublesome for Henry Smith, I think. The ball holding up as it came through. And this made life very difficult for the keeper, and Bright made a very good jump to head that cleanly away. That appeared to be accidental, and Jackson then had a chance to find one of his teammates inside. Farrell losing out to Johnston. Cahun free on the left. Coming inside McIntyre. That's very good goalkeeping by Leighton. Much busier time he's had in the last 15 minutes than he's had the rest of the match. And he's coped extremely well. Classic goalkeeping, this, getting a body behind a very awkward ball. Clarence sends it long. Robertson with Love. The linesman says the free kick. And a foul by Love. Well, good teamwork there between Ray Morrison and Donald McVicker. Young fullback to the torrid time in his first Edinburgh derby. Well, there's the wrestling and barging and pushing, and the linesman couldn't have been closer. And Jim Leighton taken right out of the play by Robertson. An angry exchange between the players. And Maurice Johnston acting as peacemaker there. There was a blatant foul on Jim Leighton while the ball was in the air. Well, Robertson living dangerously there after the booking earlier in the match. Levine picking out Frail very well indeed with a pass. There's McLaren. There's Wayne Foster. Back with Mackay. Mackay again, dangerous this now. A chance on for Mackay. Once again, it's Jim Leighton to the rescue. Well, so frequently the hero for Hibs this season. This is good goalkeeping once again. Mackay did extremely well there, but then Leighton made the save. Tommy McIntyre goes to start an attack for Hibs with that very intelligent pass to Evans. He'll lose a runner, Evans. Still battling hard. Mackay wins it for Hearts. That's Farrell. Now Jackson. He's away from Berry. An awkward one there for Henry Smith. Up goes Keith Wright. Turned away by McLaren. The pass back rule applied there. Smith was tempted for a second to fall on that after McLaren's block, and that's good goalkeeping by Smith. Well, remembered the law very quickly there, under pressure. So Michael O'Neill flighting that across, and Smith coming to make a very good safe catch. There's McLaren. Farrell's headed pass back with a good one. Leighton will launch a long one here for a last dramatic effort to win the game, I think. Here's Keith Wright with McLaren. The referee's checking with his linesman, and Errol Hornstein on this side already indicated he's satisfied the 90 minutes have been played. The referee checking 2 watches, realising the importance of the occasion, especially the Hearts. And the final whistle goes. Hearts have gained a valuable point, and the Hibs hoodoo remains. The 22nd game between the two sides without a Hibs victory. Hibs having much the better of the early part of the game, applauding their supporters, and Hearts battling back in the second half and posing a couple of problems for Jim Leighton, who coped extremely well in goal, but honours even in the end. And for Hearts, it's their 6th draw in the last 8 matches at the attempt to edge away from the relegation area. Edinburgh Derby all even once again. Hibernia 0, Hearts 0.
Sandy, all very tense. Are you happy overall with a point?
Yeah, can't complain. Difficult game for us. Derbies are always very, very difficult. Hibs are obviously desperate to beat this run that we have against them. So before the game, I would probably settle for a point.
Was there a worry, in fact, before the game that this might be the day Hibs got it right?
Well, I've been saying that for a long time, to be honest with you, and I've said before the game it doesn't matter who we were playing today, but it was vital that Hearts took at least a point from the game and something from the rest of the games from right at the end of the season. And so we've achieved our aim today, although obviously late in the game I thought we did well and we could maybe have snatched that.
Well, it looked as though in the second half you were trying to win the game. Did you ask for a bit more attacking effort?
We changed the system slightly, maybe the last 20-25 minutes or so, and it worked quite well for us. We ended up having a few shots on target, unfortunately didn't go in, and I think maybe a penalty claim as well. I'm not sure, I'd be interested to see that on TV. But overall, early in the game we didn't do well, to be fair. We were a wee bit slack at times, but really delighted with the effort of the lads.
Over the piece, do you think you're now just edging out the danger area?
I don't think so, no, yet. I've got a strange feeling it may go right to the death. Hopefully we'll not be involved in that by that time, but as I've said to our lads, it's in our own hands, it's up to us what we do, and we don't have to worry about anybody else. As long as we keep the commitment and the effort and the fire that we've got in the character, then I'll be happy with that.
You did that today. Well done, thanks Sandy.
Thanks, Joe.
Derek, lots of tension about that match and not much top quality football to savour, really.
It's the same as any derby game. It's always very, very tense. It was keenly contested, there's no doubts about that, and I thought both teams had their spells in the game where they had chances but didn't take them. I think it was a game for defenders. The forwards never really get a look in today.
We've given referees a hard time once or twice this season. Well, you have.
Yeah.
Don McVicar, though, did well this afternoon. Here's a few incidents, maybe just the John Robertson one we might quibble with.
Well, it is here. I mean, John Robertson's here, and it is a bad tackle really by David Farrell. He says he's got the ball there, but that was after he'd taken the man's legs first, really, isn't it? I mean, he's never touched the ball there. The only time he's touched the ball is with his hands there. I think deserving, good referee, only a couple of yards away from it as well. Saw the whole incident there, and that was a good decision. I mean, he's not really near the ball, to be honest. He's over the top there and deserved the foul. Here's the other one. This is the retaliation one from Robbo. He just lets the ball slip away there, and there's no doubt that's a foul as well.
That could have been a broken leg, couldn't
well,
it?
It could have been, but he doesn't go in really with a hard challenge here. The foot just goes in a little bit. Keith Wright does go down, but he certainly gets on with the game. I mean, he's not permanently injured. He was up and finished the game, so it certainly looks worse than it was, but certainly the referee quite right again. There's a one by Craig Levine into the back of Darren Jackson. Now, in the summer in the World Cup in America, if you do that, you're off the park. I mean, that's what they've outlawed in the game now. The tackle from the back, you take the legs from any player and you're off. To me, this is another good decision. Tosh McKinley and Finlay here going there. Great. I mean, you heard Sandy Clark saying they'd be interested to see it on the box. Well, here it is. Doc was right. There's 2 fouls outside the box, and he's already blown for that. He's inside the box here, but the tackle was committed outside, so the referee once again was correct. I can't believe I'm praising referees tonight, Rob. But they're due it.
Don McVicar's probably tinkering with his set at home to see if he's on the right channel. But Hearts, can they survive, or is it possible that such a big club can be relegated?
Well, I watched them during the week against Aberdeen. I thought they played very, very well, and they've certainly got commitment in the side, and today they showed it again that they could have won the game possibly near the end if they'd taken their chances. I don't think they'll go down. I think they're too good a side to go down.
Difficult game for Hibs to play in, knowing that they could play a big part in putting their city rivals down into the First Division.
Well, they wouldn't have thought of it. I think the fans would love to have done that, because it's 21 games since they've beaten Hearts, and it would been an ideal opportunity for Hibs to get a result there today, but unfortunately for them it wasn't to be.
OK, Derek, thanks a lot.